Howdy, my name is Hannah Neuenschwander and I'm a production lead for Bear Crop Science at a soybean seed production facility in Stonington, Illinois. Stonington is just kind of between Springfield and Decatur, about half an hour from each. And you're probably wondering what the heck soybean seed production is and what a production lead does. So you guys live here in central Illinois. All around you see corn and soybean fields. I think this year in the United States, farmers planted about 85 million acres worth of soybeans. And if you don't know how big an acre is, it's roughly the size of a football field. So for farmers to plant 85 million football fields worth of soybeans, they have to get their seeds from somewhere. And that's where my team here in Stonington comes in. So what we do is we partner really closely with farmers in our area who agree to, we provide them seeds, they agree to grow them over the summer. And when it comes time to harvest them, instead of being brought to an elevator where they would be into our food supply or food for animals, they come here to my site. So behind me here, this is our receiving building. So trucks actually scale in. We have a scale over here where they scale in. They drive into our receiving building here where the beans are dumped out. And then they go all the way up in this tower where they're cleaned and packaged for farmers. So basically when we receive this harvested seed from the fields, there's lots of like pods and stems, and they're just kind of dirty, right? They're not really something that a farmer would want to buy and put in his planter because it would kind of clog it up and it just wouldn't be very good. So it's our job basically to take all of the debris out of the seeds to make sure that they're uniform in size, anything that's diseased or discolored. Maybe we're getting rid of some weed seeds that could have accidentally been harvested. So as it goes through our tower here, there's all sorts of different equipment. There's kind of like shakers, so it cleans out the big stuff and the small stuff falls to the bottom, so only that uniform size continues on the process. We also have color sorters, which are super cool. They're these machines where the seeds flow by like kind of one at a time, really, really fast. And a camera will look at it and say, is this a good looking soybean? And if it is, then it gets to keep going. And if it's not, there's a little puff of air that puffs it and it discards that seed out of our process. So there's lots of different things that go on in this tower. I know you can't see it, but all of that is to make sure that the farmer gets a high quality seed in the bag. So the soybeans that are growing in the summer right now, they're going to be what farmers plant next spring, right? So we're harvesting it right now. We're going to start packaging here in about 2 weeks. So around the beginning of October, we start packaging, and we package from October to about April. And then those seeds that we've packaged are sold to farmers and they plant them, April through May. So a little bit about myself. I actually have a degree in animal science. So I was born and raised in Texas. I studied animal science at Texas A&M, and I probably, like some of you might have been at the time, all the way through high school, even in my degree in college, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. So at my final career fair at A&M, I went to the agriculture school's career fair where I talked to the bear booth there. And one thing that I learned is that when I was studying animal science, one thing that I really enjoyed about it was learning about sustainability. So how can we breed animals with genetics that are really good at digesting food and being efficient with the food, maybe formulate diets so that they're putting on more weight, more protein earlier, just so that we can be more efficient with our food production. And when I was talking to the recruiter at the bear booth, I learned that Bayer focused on sustainability as well, but it was on the crop side. So even though I had zero experience, there are no soybean fields in Texas, I had zero experience with crops or crop science. The things that I had learned in college really helped me understand what I was interested in, and those skills transferred over. So I actually started my career up in Ashton, Illinois, which is just west of DeKalb, where I was a production associate, and there I oversaw the quality lab. So as seeds are getting packaged in our facility, we're taking quality samples so that we can review those seeds and make sure that they're the best quality for a farmer. So I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to Williamsburg, Iowa, which is just outside of Iowa City, where I actually worked with parent seed corn. So I switched crops, I switched states, I switched pipeline stages. So I was dealing with corn that was farther back in our pipeline and not ready for a farmer to plant. And I was there for 3.5 years. And finally I moved here to Stonington, where I've been for just about a year now. So as a production lead here, it's really my job to oversee all of the plant operations. So from the time the seed enters our building here at the receiving pit to the time it leaves out the doors where we ship it out to our dealers, I'm responsible for everything that happens in between. So making sure that all of my employees have the skills and the tools that they need to be successful, removing any barriers that they might have if we have issues or we're missing targets. And I've just really enjoyed my time with this company. And if I had one message to give to you, it would be that if you're concerned right now, you don't know what you want to be when you grow up, that's okay. I spent a lot of time stressing about that through high school and even into college. And my advice would just be that you find something that you're interested in, something that you're good at. Everyone has these things that, you know, your friend is good at something and you're good at something different. There's things that really, they grip you. They're things that are meant for you. And those are the things that you should pursue because you're going to be good at them, right? You're going to like learning about them in school. And that's going to help you be successful and ultimately help you get to where you're meant to be. So I hope this helped. I hope you learned a little bit about seed production and maybe where the soybean fields all around you come from. And good luck.